Hi, I'm Finley, and I'm Chucky's friend to the end. Howdy freaking how. So, the amazing episode 7. Then, honestly, in my opinion, the shortest episode in the Chucky series so far. So, what happens to this episode? What happened after, Devin's mom is dead and Junior's mom got killed by the hands of Chucky? Let's find out, shall we? Okay, it starts at Junior's mom's wink. And, everyone is there to pay their respects. Even Lexi's parents. I thought the commotion that happened in the hospital and the fact that Junior and Lexi are no longer dating, I thought they would be the last people to ever come. I guess they probably are, to be honest. They sort of pay their respects to Junior's dad, but Lexi's mom doesn't really give a crap. She claims that she just paid her respect. She goes full on back to man mode. Devin shows up, and Jakey wants to be there for him and gives him a huge hug. Same goes for Lexi. And they talk about Chucky, like, why is he trying to get them to kill? He tries to convince Jake to kill, tries to convince Lexi to kill. All I'm saying is they all think because, he's a serial killer, he's just an asshole, so, Oh, and then they hear a commotion because Junior is now blaming Jake for the misery, saying he's a curse, or saying the reason why his mom's dead because of him, because people keep dying around him. Dude, Junior, that's awful. That's a horrible thing to say. Don't say that to your cousin. It's not true. Ooh, I get it. He probably is grieving, but come on. Blaming other people for your loved ones being gone is just so horrible to say. Horrible thing to do. When I lose loved ones, sure, I do grieve, but I don't blame it on others, claiming that they're a curse. Christ, Junior. Anyway, Lexi tries to explain to him it's not Jake's fault, and Junior decides to assault his cousin. Junior, that's a hate crime. Junior's dad hears the commotion, tells him to go inside and see if Jake's okay. But Tiffany, she pulls up in her car, or claiming to pay her respect, whispers in Junior's dad's ear, saying sorry for your loss, and even decides to kiss him. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised she let her do that. And then she goes back into her car and goes away. And then Chicago, 1988, where Charles Lee Ray and Tiffany just got to their new apartment. Later on, they had a bit of pizza and killed the delivery boy. It cuts back to present day. Jake, Kyle, and Andy are both discussing how Andy can't drive, and point is, and they're just really just having a conversation about, Anyway, at a gas station, Andy's all like, the cigarettes will kill you, Really, Andy, you're facing a killer doll, and you think cigs are going to be the ones that kill your foster sis? Don't get me wrong, I'll never smoke a cigarette in my life, because smoking's a filthy, disgusting habit, but come on. Which would you rather take? Death by cigs or death by doll? Anyway, and then Andy gets in the car and freaking Scrappy Doo's Kyle. Well, I guess he probably had a reason, but still, goddamn. Anyway, we cut to Lexi cleaning up for Caroline. She's all like, "No, leave him alone." Oh, but she quickly changes their tune and starts pulling off the heads of all her dolls. Okay, it might be because she's been spending a little bit too much time with Chucky, but I'm just gonna say it. That girl is one bald head away from becoming a female Caillou. By a mom that doesn't even care about her own 2 daughters, and a dad who's, honestly, I can't say, I don't know. I'll say he's a decent guy, he does care for his kids, and wants his wife to stop being a mare. But, you know what I mean. And point is, is I don't have much to say about the dad, so, I'll say an alright parent. Anyway, Devon's cleaning up, and Jake comes over, tries to, say he wants to protect her, like how he protected him, and when his dad died. But, he's all like, but turns out Devon's not going to be in town for long. His aunt's only going to look after him for like a week, and then he's going to go to the foster system. And then they sort of have a little respectable a little thing, and then, they decide to just, not date each other or something. The point is, they don't talk for a bit. And Junior's dad, and although he says he's not turned into his brother, he sort of is now his brother. He's now drinking, his wife's dead, and just downright, it's just, all I can say is he is, I never saw him to become his brother. I honestly thought this guy, I always thought this guy was nice, and I always thought he was never turning into his brother, and it's like, it's really hard to, I get it, he's grieving and stuff, and I can get that. As long as he's not butt wiped like his brother, he'll be fine, as long as he's not smashing his son's sculpture, it's fine. Anyway, Junior heads up to meet up, and he meets up with Chucky. Then Caroline's mom is trying to explain how there has been some murders, but she's trying to make sure the town is safe and stuff. And Caroline, and she hosts this thing where they can all watch Frankenstein tomorrow in a PG horror, and just relax, hang loose, and and there was going to be a charity going on to little kids with diseases and who are orphans, I think. I don't know. It was a little sweet little charity thing. And Caroline is asked what she want to be. She want to be like Mom. She's all like, Chucky says, as to kill Mommy, kill Daddy, kill Lexi. And then Lexi asks where where this going on and stuff to figure out a few things. Junior's dad heads into home. Chucky tries to manipulate him, honestly, to start pulling the knife, and it works. He convinced one of them to actually start killing. Anyway, Jake is packing up because he figures there's no one wants him near him anymore. Or even though that's not true. He eavesdrops on Junior, but he doesn't really care. He takes some money out of his uncle's wallet. Dude, your uncle's gonna kill you. I say you put that back, but whatever. He doesn't really do it. And then while Junior is looking through the stairway while holding a knife. Devon is still packing up, and he looks at some pictures of him and his mom, and he remembers about this house, as that was Charles Ray's old house that was just bought by someone. And he grabs a super taser, because honestly, that's not the same taser he had in the previous episode. Jake was listening to one of Devon's podcasts, and then it cuts to Chicago, 1988, where Tiff comes home, said she's gonna make some Swedish meatballs, and then she hears some noise going on. Turns out Chucky killed someone, and Tiff's pissed because, when was the last time they killed someone together? Didn't they just kill a pizza boy? Like, seriously, how long have they been living in that apartment? And anyway, Chucky says he's going out, so he does. Cuts to present day. Tiff pulls out on her car, are giving Swedish meatballs to Junior. Tries to comfort him in a way, but at the same time, in a manipulative sort of way. Devon finds out where the house is and plans to go in. He does a break-in, which tracks the hearing of Nika, who screams. Anyway, Joan cuts to Junior at the bus station. Jake at the bus station. Sorry about that. His names are similar, Junior, Jake. They got J in their name. Anyway, he tracks someone who's holding a good guy doll. And he decides as to follow the guy. And when he does, he buys it off him. He even bribes him with a little more cash to get the address as well, which he does. He gets the doll, but it isn't Chucky. It's Billy. Like, he gets the doll and starts beating it to see if it will come alive, but really he'll just look like a crazy person. And anyway, Devin finds where Nika is, unties her, tries to go get her a drink of water, but the second she's untied up, look, Chucky possesses her body again. And grabs his taser. And then we cut to Lexi smoking. Didn't you learn that episode 3 that burned your house down? Whatever. Junior comes in, explains to her about the doll. Lexi says he's being selfish for trying to leave the family he has. He's like, family? What family? You know, the family with her and Devin. And, okay, first of all, Devin, yeah. He sort of is family in a way. But you, Lexi, I don't know. I'm still a little mad at you for what you did on Halloween. I mean, that was messed up. I mean, but trust me, I believe in fairness. And although those two are now allies and they don't really talk about it now because they got bigger fish to fry, I still feel like, in a way, Junior should get back at Lexi for that fiasco. Anyway, they look up the house where this thing was being bought, and they realized it was Charles Lee Ray's old house, where they realized where Devin is at. Speaking of Devin, he's tied up, duct tape on his mouth, and we see what could be like 100 or Chuck good guy dolls in the background. And Junior's dad steps in and wants to have a chat with Junior. Here's an eavesdropping with Chucky. Chucky does a creepy head spin and starts talking. And he mocks Junior's dad, saying how he's just like his brother Lucas. Junior's dad thinks he's just being mean to him and tells him to shut up. Tries to get the doll out of his hand, but really Chucky continues to insult him furthermore. Or Junior's dad is realizing what the hell he's doing, and then Junior suddenly turns on him, saying how Junior was a quitter, saying how his mom was a quitter, just like Junior. And Junior has enough of it and freaking kills his dad with a doll. He takes the doll, and it's really hard to see. It's really, like, tugs on my heartstrings, that does. Like, I've always dreamed of killing my old man for what he did to me. But he was actually a decent dad. And yet, Junior's swinging Chucky at him like Chucky's on a crazy ride. And he just bashes his head in with the good guy doll. That's, like, really hard to watch, that is. Like, that is crazy. Anyway, Lexi and Jake, they're wondering when the Uber is coming, because that's when they're going. Turns out Billy was alive because he gets off the thing. And then it cuts to him saying how Chucky's proud of one of the teenagers for finally stepping up the freaking game. And Devin wakes up and it says it's attack of the Chucky clone army. You know, fun fact actually, in Child's Play 3, Don Mancini originally did want to have a Chucky army, since, you know, if blood was the only way to get Chucky back, then it should have brought a whole army. But because of budget cuts, he couldn't. But now, it's nice to know old scripts. I really love it when Don Mancini reuses old scripts that could have been used, but never did. But it does make its way into the future of the series. Ooh, I love that. I love it when Don Mancini does stuff like that. Uses old scripts. Anyway, Chucky is manipulating Junior a couple more times, saying how he's so proud of them. Then it cuts to Andy sneaking up the Junior's house, and it cuts there. And that was episode 7. Honestly, the shortest in the Chucky series so far. Really an emotional train it was. More emotional than I can say. Not as emotional as the last episode, you know, with dealing with, you know, finding out your mom had cancer and stuff. You know, it's not easy. But I'll certainly say it was crazy. And one of the teenagers finally stood up and lived to Chucky's level. Well, it was really hard seeing Junior beat up his own dad to death. That was pretty rough. The guy didn't deserve it at all. Even if he was slowly turning into his bro. And it was kind of mean of him to say what he said to Junior before he died. But then again, Junior was Chucky was mocking him, and, point is, all I'm saying is, it was pretty crazy. See, and I can't believe that there's going to be a rise of the Chucky clone army. Something that we've been waiting since Child's Play 3. Anyway, is the F-Man telling you to like, subscribe, hit notification, and I'll review the very last episode on October 4th. Basically before the new season comes out. Bye.